4 months took me to feel so much better about myself and confident and just like not being pain all the time. And hi everyone, I just took my after photo and I'm even a little bit emotional because I understand how much your skin can affect your self-esteem. I did a skin journey vlog in my Spanish channel if you're interested in watching it, but I thought I would come here and tell you a little bit of what happened because I know so many of you struggle with the same concerns, same problems in your skin, and I know how hard it is. I know how much it can affect your self-esteem, your confidence, and so many other things that I was not expecting. I'm going to talk to you about my skin and how like it's been throughout my life. I've never had any issue with my skin. I was a girl in high school that could wear whatever I wanted. I could apply whatever I wanted. I never had breakouts. I never had pigmentation. I never had anything. I was very lucky. I had great skin. Never had any problem. But when I turned, I think it was 25 years old, around that moment of my life, my skin started breaking out. And I had no idea how to deal with it. I've never had acne in my life. Like if I had a pimple, I would just like pop it and, like get on with my life. But I started getting these very cystic, painful acne that like it came from my soul, and it was like one on top of the other, and it was so painful and it was so weird because I was dealing with so many other things. Like I just got married, my dad passed away, we were moving to Australia, we were like selling all of our things, so I never knew why this happened. I don't know if it was a hormonal thing, I don't know if it was like just like an emotional thing. I'm sure it was stress related what started everything, but it's just something that you can never, like most of the time, or at least with my issue, no one could ever tell me what happened. So around the time I went to a dermatologist back in Colombia, they sent me antibiotics and they sent me a cream. Those antibiotics I took for like 3 months, I think, and it kind of cleared my skin for a little bit. And as soon as I stopped taking those, everything came back even worse. And it was weird because it was like kind of like waves. So I would have very, very, very troubled skin for months, and then it would heal, but I would have the pigmentation of the pimples and then it would come back, and so it was never okay. When I got to Australia, I started working Lancome, and I was selling makeup, I was selling skincare, and I felt very bad about my skin, so I had to put a lot of makeup on, and I don't think that helped a lot, not because makeup would break you out, but because I was having these huge cystic, it was wounds in my face, and I would put lots of makeup on to try to cover that. And anyway, to make this very long story short, it broke me completely. I'm a makeup artist, I do beauty videos, I put myself out there with no makeup all the time. I never stopped doing it though, even though I was very insecure about how my skin looked. I thought that would, like make it me a little bit more relatable to you, and I always wanted to show myself as a real person. I've never been this like, or I don't feel that I am like this very like aspirational influencer that would, show you her perfect life. No, I would definitely always show myself as I was. At this point, I didn't have an English channel, I only had my Spanish channel. And it was a very small channel, but like it was my everything. But I was doing makeup as a professional makeup artist. And I was very insecure about my skin. I don't think anyone would really think that, but in my mind, I thought people would look at me and think, how can this makeup artist be good if her skin sucks, or if her skin looks like that, or like I thought people would have like be disgusted about my skin or like my face being so close. And then I don't know, I felt like a monster really. And there's something I want to say, because this I think really affected me, because then COVID happened and life happened, and I live in Melbourne, Australia, and we had like the longest lockdown ever. It broke me down even more. So I was emotionally trash, and I would edit my photos for Instagram, for example, and I would just like take the pimples out, because I would put my videos in the internet and I would have my skin and I would talk about my skin and my feelings about my skin, and it was never a secret. But if I posted a makeup photo or something, I would just like get rid of those, just because no one wants to see that, right? In my mind, I was not lying to you guys, because I always showed myself. I didn't have a problem with that, but then months would go by and I would be feeling very bad about myself, and then I would go back and look at those photos, and I was comparing myself to these photos with perfect skin, and I would feel even worse. I would feel, how am I this ugly? How am I this? Like, when did it, like, how did that happen? I would spend so much money on creams, on products, on everything, just trying to get rid of my acne. Then I got melasma, I got pigmentation around here in my upper lip, my acne pigmentation. And it was so hard to compare myself to something that never existed. I just created it, and I wanted to just like push that out there, because I know a lot of you guys go through the same thing, just comparing yourself to different people online, or even comparing to yourself after you edit a photo. And how much damage can that do to your self-esteem and to your confidence? Like, it doesn't do any favors to anyone. I don't even have an opinion about that yet. I just know that it took a toll on me, and I don't want to do that anymore. Anyway, I've been talking about 10 minutes and I haven't told you what I did. After spending thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars, buying creams, buying all kind of, like tea tree oil, all kind of random things, whatever someone would recommend in the internet, I would go and buy it. I would spend the money. I would go to the laser skin clinic and do a dermabrasion and do whatever they told me to, and nothing helped. Nothing helped until I just decided I was not going to go through this anymore, and I decided to go to a dermatologist. I wanted to go to a very specific one, and it was impossible, really impossible. Like, the waiting list was months, like 5-6 months, something like that. And then when that was through, she got pregnant, and then she had her baby, and like, it was like impossible. So I was doing makeup on a client, and I told her that I wanted to go. We were like bonding with acne, because she had the same problem as I did. And she was like, look, I went to this dermatologist that you want to go to. She's good, but it's so hard to get into. So I changed my dermatologist, and now I go to this one. And I have to say that I actually like this one better. And I was like, give me that number now. It was very far from my house. Not very, but like far from my house. And I was like, I don't care. I make an appointment, and they had an appointment in like 3 months. I did it anyway. I went there, and he is like, I cannot recommend him enough to you. I'm going to leave his name, his clinic, everything in the description, because he changed my life. I paid like $280 for the consult that I could claim from my Medicare, because my GP gave me a referral. And then on this consult, he really listened to me. He really paid attention, and I felt that he wanted to help me, which was very important for me, because I didn't want to spend more money on these. And I have a brochure that day for some skin laser for pigmentation, and he was like, you don't need that. Like, stop wasting money. I am sure that this treatment will help you. I am very confident, and you don't need to spend more money. Trust me. And I was like, okay. That felt good, because I felt that he wasn't making me just waste my money. But then at the same time, I was a little bit like, yeah, right. So anyway, I left there with a prescription for, and he explained everything to me. I've never been on this before. He explained all the risks, he explained everything, and also he gave me a prescription for just a cream that I had to like made in a compound pharmacy and just apply at night. And really, this took me, I don't know, like even the 2 times I had to buy I had to buy the cream once. I don't think I spent more than $300 on everything, like including the consult. Weeks. And it cleared my skin completely. And then my pigmentation is not gone completely, but I mean, you can see the difference from the photos. And like, this has no filter. Like, yes, it has a blurry background, but this is my phone. Like, there's no filter here. Every time I do a story on Instagram, I feel that I have a filter on, because I don't even recognize myself anymore of how great skin I have. People have stopped me in the street to tell me that I have great skin, you know? Like, that's just, what? When? And I really wanted to make this video because I wish someone would have taken my hand and dragged me to the dermatologist 4 years ago, and not wait so long and spend so much money on these things. Trust me, I have the simplest skincare routine. If you want to know my skincare routine, my actual skincare routine right now, let me know in the comments. But it's very simple, it's very cheap, and I just went to the dermatologist last week, and he just like made my cream, the pigmentation cream, a little bit stronger to get rid of these. And he told me, okay, look, if in 6 months it's not like completely gone, I then will do laser in whatever is left, especially in the acne marks that I can still have, like I still have. But he was like, I'm very happy, like I'm confident that it will go away, but if not, then on these little things, then we do laser, but we have to wait. When he told me the first time that it was going to be a process, that I had to be patient, I was like, you know, like we all want that this magic potion is going to clear your skin and your pigmentation and will do everything for you. No one can give you that. But trust me, 4 months took me to feel so much better about myself and feel so much better and confident and just like not be in pain all the time. And I wasted so much time trying to find this magic product. It's not worth it. If you have a problem with your skin, go to your GP, go to a dermatologist that listens to you, and start a treatment of whatever he decides you need. It's not going to be the same that I did. It's not going to be the same as anyone in YouTube probably, but it will be yours. It will be custom made for you from a doctor that will change your life. So I know this is a very different video, but I really felt that I needed to say this and to put this out there, so you stop wasting your time and just go ahead and make an appointment. And it's not that expensive. Like, I get that we are not all in the same position financially, but you think it's a lot of money when you pay for like a specialist appointment, like a dermatologist, but then add all the money that you have spent on all these creams and on all these products that have not worked. Add the pain, add the time, the years, the emotional damage. Like, it's really worth it. I don't know, it's on you, but what I wanted with this video is to give you a little bit of hope if you're going through this. I see you, I know how it feels, and tell you that if you struggle with your skin, there is a light in the end. Just stop listening to everyone in the internet. if you're going to listen to anything in this channel, make an appointment with your dermatologist and go through it. In 4 months, in 6 months, whatever it takes for you, you're going to look back and it's going to be so quick, and you're not going to regret it. So yeah, I'll see you next week in a new video. Ciao!